So hey, I just found out I'm fighting a Godzilla today. Always wanted to test myself against one of you.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's not gonna be me today. I'm a little too delicate for these kind of things. But I do have this replacement over here.
Oh God, what's wrong with him? You may want to hurry up the conversation. I don't know how long I can keep him back.
I think he got poisoned or something.
Is he contagious?
I don't think so. Alright, jeez, man. So you gonna fight him or not?
You know what? I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Didn't really sign up for Rabiezilla. Maybe next time. There it goes! Trying to set me up with the infected Godzilla. Not today.
Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And we didn't learn our lesson from the previous time, and I bought another Super 7 figure. But this one I'm actually really excited about. Is because what we have here is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of the Dark Horse Godzilla, the Bleeding Mouth Godzilla.
Which is always a good figure. I liked it. Especially the custom ones you did of it.
Yeah, as I say, I'll still say from what I see, I think my custom one's better. But I used the Monsters for the base.
And
also...
Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.
And oddly enough for this guy, too, with the Dark Horse comics, depending on which issue you're reading and like what panel in the comic, his colors change.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
So mine, I really like the coloring I went with mine, but mine was like, I made it to look like a certain panel. This one is made to look kind of like a different panel. So if you're wondering why, like, if you guys remember watching the sort of how-to I did of that and him with the bloody mouth, this one is more similar to the way it looks on the front of the package here than mine. Mine was a little more green.
Well, actually, I like this color, though. So
yeah, it's not bad. And then you got the eyeball on the back here. The top finishes off the comic book page. Because I would say of all the Dark Horse comics, this is probably the most, like, iconic, one of the more iconic, covers from the run. If you've ever read the Dark Horse anyways. But I will say the Dark Horse run was probably one of my favorite Godzilla things growing up.
So far it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, sleep. The box has even more blood on it.
Oh, look at the back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say the back is more akin to kind of how I painted mine. Which isn't the way he looks in the box. He's definitely more of like a tealish green.
Yeah, and this
like a
one's
forest
like...
green. That is like hard marble green. And I like that one a little bit more. But other than
why is there a human as an accessory?
It's the artist.
Why
you know when I first saw the human? Because in one of the in the comic, he actually gets a dude stuck on his spine.
Does he?
Yeah, the guy like travels on the spine. And that's what I thought that was a reference to. But no, I think it's supposed to be the actual artist. But anyways, the box is really sweet. If this is like one of those, like, you're an inbox collector, this is probably one of the coolest Godzilla boxes I've gotten in a long time. Now, is it worth the $85 that I paid for it, though?
Let's get into it. Find out.
Let's go open up his cardboard prison.
Steve, don't do it. Just leave it in a box. Trust me.
That's what the past reviews. I'm scared. Alright, so now that we got the Dark Horse Godzilla opened up out of its cardboard prison, I probably should attach the tail.
Probably should.
Hopefully, anyways.
The butt where the tail goes looks kind of weird.
Oh, that was easy. Also, why... Okay, so I'm just going to say right off the get-go, why am I so much more okay with this figure than I am with the other one?
This is by far the best thing the Super 7 has put out so far.
At least Godzilla-wise.
Yeah.
For starters, as you can see, the tail hooked in, and the tail is also inserted all the way into the butt. Now, we had a bunch of people commenting on the previous one, saying that you could just push the tail in and it would fix. And I know I've seen some people do that. Mine wouldn't do that.
No. Oh, tail's long enough to stop it.
Oh yeah, the tail's huge. It's a big figure.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like one of the selling points, I think, of the original Super 7, is it's big, it's hefty, it's chunky, and it came with a bunch of stuff. This one, on the other hand, doesn't come with as many things as the Biollante.
Which is fine, because he actually is amazing, except he's got that
Yeah, we'll get into the Godzilla here in a second, but for its accessories. Alright, so first we have the Godzilla Extra Head, which is the open mouth, which has the bloody effect on it.
Which is probably my favorite.
I do really like it. I also enjoy that it has the blood coming out of the nose, like it shows in the thing.
He was drowning in it, pretty much.
Yeah, because it was pretty much coming out of almost every orifice on his head. Like, if anything, it should probably have some coming out of the eyes, too.
And ears.
Yeah, but there's nothing really on top. Doesn't bug me that it doesn't have that, because when you look, like I said, depending on which panel is kind of how the blood's going to be. But I think they did a really good job with the overall effect. If anything, it's maybe a little bit too dark of a red.
You think so?
Yeah, if it was maybe a little brighter, I think the only problem is then the tongue would probably get lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like the inside of the mouth. So, I get it. It's just like, looking at it, I almost kind of want it like this
that.
red here. A little bit more harsh looking.
Hey, if that's our worst critique so far, this is not bad at all.
Yeah, because even if it, I guess, if it matched the tongue, I still think I would have been all right. But it's got a really nice shine to it, and it's super glossy, while the rest of the Godzilla has a bit more of a satin finish. It's not as shiny as the other one was, but it's not quite a matte finish either. Also, the eyes look really good on this one. It even has a little bit of eye shine in there with the yellows and the reds. And then comes with pretty much the same hands that the other one did, where you get the clenching hands.
Or whatever that is.
Yeah, it's more like combat pose thing. And then also clench fist, which you don't really get with Godzilla's too often. For some odd reason, they really don't like Godzilla's punching things.
Which he should be.
All the time. And then finally, he comes with the artist.
That you're gonna shove in his spine somewhere.
Yeah, well, I think he's supposed to hold on to him. Hold on a second. If I can set it up anyways. But it should rest in his hand. And then
Oh, that's neat, actually. I like that.
this arm is kind of propping against the figure. So if you set it right, he's like, no, don't eat me. And Godzilla's like, yum, 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 yum.
Not with his closed mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say you could get it there, though.
Whoa.
Which is pretty impressive.
All right, so far, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to be honest, the artist is kind of... I wish it would have been somebody from the comic. Like one of the comic book characters. I think would have been really sweet. And again, kind of go with the figure more. This is still cool, though.
It is kind of, though, because it's so tiny, you would lose the details, though, if you try to make it look like something.
God, those glasses look horrendous, though.
Let me see.
I will say, he's not painted very well. You can see, like, the rims of the glasses are, like, going into the eye.
Oh, my God. This is great. This is awesome.
Am I going to pose him with mine? Probably not. And then for the rest of the detailings on the Godzilla, for the most part, it's the exact same figure as what we got previously, but you'll see it has a dark green with a light green dry brushing.
It's got better details.
Which instantly make... Remember how we were crapping on the details and they look kind of bland?
Yeah.
It's odd what a paint job could do to a figure.
It makes it look better. I can tell the difference between his stomach, his back, the details on his legs.
Yeah, because even... It's not like... It's a different mold, right? Like, it's the exact same mold. This is still not really that defined of detailing. But with the dry brushing on it and the more contrasting colors, it still helps to make those even smaller details and more rounded details pop out. Which definitely helps out this thing a lot. Because then, like, the chest instantly looks better. I still really don't like these kneecaps.
Yeah... They look weird. It should have been the opposite way.
Yeah, like I said, it looks almost kind of like he has like this little spiky protrusion from his leg. And again, I think if it was coming down and hiding the joint there, I think personally for me it would look a little better. Then for the dorsal spines are done. It's a little bit of a brighter green.
I think that one is bent, yeah.
Oh, probably. Nothing some heat can't fix. He's talking about the spine right down here is a little contorted. But it's got a bit of airbrushing and it's got the darker greens towards the center pieces there.
Look, you can actually see like the veins and the details. Like not the veins, but the details on the spines.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the last one. You could see it pretty decently because it was the brighter white. Wherever you went.
Behind you.
Like I mentioned, as you can see, it's literally the exact same toy. Just a little bit of some subtle differences on the head with the blood effect. And also for his nails are done in a yellow. Which is fairly accurate to the comic book. I know this because I'm
trying to see the other
I've had to
one.
paint these a few times. His is a gray.
Okay.
Not like it's fairly accurate for the Godzilla. But I don't know. Like I said, paint job kind of solves a lot of problems. That's even like customs. Like the detailing when you're sculpting things doesn't have to be as good as long as your paint job hides everything.
Yeah.
It'll be great. All right, real quick, how you swap these out? You grab base of the forearm, base of the wrist.
And nick on it.
I like my Godzilla's punching things, so we're gonna give him a fist. Yeah, here.
And the other hand, he'll hold the guy and he'll just beat him.
Right. I was gonna say I'd have to probably put him in a different hand. Yeah, he's just. Oh, I can't get his arms to clench.
Close. Oh, maybe not.
So close. And then for the head, grab it. Pretty much you want to try to get it out as much as possible. If you got to wiggle it a bit.
Oh.
It's a pretty thick joint there, so I'm not too worried about
I was just waiting for him to crack and I'm like...
And here he is with the bloody roaring mouth. Which, personally, I think is my favorite of the two. I almost like the closed mouth a little bit better on the original Super.
Yeah.
But this one, him roaring, so much cooler looking. And for his articulation, head can look down about that far, up about that far, a little bit to the left and to the right. Shoulders can rotate all the way. Oh my god, he's Shin Godzilla!
And it fits so fine. Look.
Rotation.
You just put it on there. Look.
It is surprising that it fits so well. There you go. Just hanging out back there now. Rotation of the bicep. Shoulder can go up about...
Is it like the ratchet or is it...
No, it feels like a joint. It's just stiff.
Oh.
It's kind of like the previous one. You need to work it a little bit. Elbow can bend about 90 degrees. Straighten up. Hand can rotate and is on a hinge, so you can go a little bit forward and back. The waist only rotates. Legs go forward. A little bit in and out. A little bit backwards. Knees. Rotation at the knee. There's a bend there. There we go. Straighten up about that far. Bend about that far. It's really tight. Side to side wiggle for the feet. A little bit of rotation. I don't really feel forward and back. And then I popped the tail a little bit, but this one pops right back in. And then kind of, well,
there we go.
It's a little annoying, but this can pop out pretty easy. It's hard to straighten the tail. Like I mentioned in the previous Super 7, you can kind of work it to get it to lay flat. It just takes a lot of finessing.
I don't think you wouldn't have wanted to be flat anyway. It was just getting away.
Yeah, so the side to side could maybe be a little bit better. The only thing is mine still has a bunch of like release oil all over it. The tail. So it's a bit slimy and residuey at the moment. So get a decent amount of play. Not like Monster Arts.
No, but it's better than some of the other
companies.
companies.
At least it stays up.
Yeah.
And for quick comparisons here, we have the Super 7 San Diego Comic-Con Godzilla compared next to some, well, just Godzilla stuff in general, with the only other Super 7 I currently have with the Biolante and the SH Monster Arts GMK. And here's compared next to the Haya Godzilla 2019, hopefully I'll be getting a video sometime in the near future, and the NECA Hardship from Pacific Rim. And here's with the Figma Arachnid Alien from Starship Troopers, and the Gremlinzilla, based off the form of the NECA Gremlin with some Godzilla parts on it, repainted, and epoxy putty, all that good stuff. Even has got a little vial here, the little Godzilla logo on it. He's actually currently available on my Etsy. We have a link in the description. There's beams. There's a few customs available. If you guys like how to support the channel, go check it out. And for another comparison, you'll see we got another custom here that's currently on the Etsy with the light up Burning Godzilla 2019 from SH Monster Arts. It doesn't light up originally. Now it does. And the Bandai Memorial Box 1955.
Okay, so overall for the Comic-Con Super 7, that's the best one.
I'm actually surprised at how good it is, and I think this would be the first one where I am okay with the price.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's weird that essentially it's just the Super 7 with a better paint job.
Yeah.
And not even better, it's just like it has a paint job. And to me, it makes it almost infinitely better. Plus, I think compared with the source material, works really well for me. And this is something I wish and I hope that they decide to keep doing in the future.
Yeah.
Because, again, I don't really want this like company trying to compete with like Haya or Monster Arts. They're trying to give me semi-accurate Godzillas to the movies. Like, I would rather have semi-accurate Godzillas to other things that most companies won't give us.
Yeah,
like the
this
Dark
guy,
Horse Godzilla and the other monsters from the Dark Horse would be great to see. Marvel Godzilla is an action figure.
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera Godzilla is an action figure. 98 animated series as an action figure. Hell, 98 in general.
Just anything different they need to do. Like they are doing, like the melting Godzilla, you know?
Yeah, or even like they have that new Dark Horse one. Or not Dark, the DC comic one.
Oh,
Godzilla vs. Kong versus DC.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I actually just seen the comic book for it, too.
Again, do stuff like that. Or even like the Trendmaster inspired ones. Like we've been kind of clamoring for a while. Yeah, because for $85, I'm perfectly fine with this thing.
Yeah, me too. I would pay $85 for this guy.
Yeah, it's like the packaging is real cool. Again, I maybe instead of the artist, maybe like have some more things akin to the comic. I think would have been really cool. But I can't like reiterate enough that I just like I wish and hope that they continue doing things more like this.
Yep.
Because at the price point, I could like this guy. I could definitely recommend to you guys.
Mm-hmm. The last two, not so much.
Yeah, it was like the Godzilla was like almost there. It needs a little bit more, and then the Biollante needed quite a bit more.
It seems like they're doing a little bit better each time, so we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, if the other ones are as good as the Godzilla, they'll be fine. Because like I mentioned, these kind of remind me more of like a vintage style toy.
This more wants me now to like, it makes me feel more safe to order that Mogira now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I said, I like that Godzilla like that you just see me showing this off with earlier. He's already sold. Somebody I'm doing a commission bought them because this one's replacing that one for me in the collection.
Oh, somebody already bought that one?
Yeah.
How much did they pay for?
I only charged them $80.
What the heck, Steve? You didn't want to sell it to me for $50? The Biollante, once you put in the lights and do all the extra effort and fix her, I'll pay $50 for it.
Sure. I paid more than that for the lights. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. I only paid like $18 for like 10 of them.
Oh,
Problem is I only got 2 remotes. Well, because one remote works all of them.
Ah, and there's one extra. Gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm going to put those lights in a few things. Like, I might light up the Monster Arts, and then also my X Plus Biollante.
Oh, X Plus Biollante would be nice.
Plus, I could just sit on my couch and turn it on.
If you can do that and make it look good, oh my god, that would be so worth it.
Yeah, easy. I might even put them in the iris.
Now you're just getting too excited, Steve.
It's true. What do you guys think? If you guys picked up the Super 7 San Diego Comic-Con Godzilla, what's your favorite Godzilla comic book? Or is the original just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. Still can't believe that tail fits so well in that tail. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. Guys, I'll keep up to date with channel. Donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Also, if you guys like to pre-order the Super 7 figures for yourself, link in the description for entertainment. Or help support the channel. Get yourself some sweet collectibles. Anyways,
Oh, don't mind me, Steve. I'm just...
See you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.